Hello, I am in New York City. It's freezing to death, and I am fully decked out like a tourist. NYC, you know, beanie thingy. My first time ever visiting, and I honestly never thought that I would visit New York City, but here I am. And if I thought that I visited New York City, I'm pretty sure that I would have gone to Bethel. That's the only reason I ever thought of visiting New York City for. I'm at this great lake. Look behind me, it's icy and cold like my fingers. Yesterday I went to visit the World Trade Center Memorial, the 9/11 Memorial down there, and it brought back some memories that I want to talk about. It's a great memorial. I wouldn't have done anything differently about it. I love that they didn't build anything on top of it. I like that they just kind of left it as a scar in the New York skyline. You know, it's two holes in the ground, a hole in the earth. It's really profound. Most of the people there were pretty quiet and reflective. It was a monumental moment in history for a lot of us. But there were also a lot of kids there that it just hit me that they weren't even alive when it happened. It blows me away. These kids were taking goofy selfies around the monument and, you know, having a great time. Good for them. But I wanted to wring these kids' necks that were taking all these selfies. Like, do you understand that all these names on these placards, this is where they died. This was their final resting place. They were just going to work. They were probably looking forward to the weekend just like you and me do every day. And, you know, they never made it out to the end of their shift. They died right here and they never even knew why. That's what's really sad, is they never knew why. They never knew what happened. You know, it was the building was falling in on them. It kind of made me sick to my stomach, honestly. PSA, don't take goofy selfies at memorial sites. It's not a good look. Don't do it. But it brought me back to when it happened, remembering a lot about my life back then. I was still fully Jehovah's Witness back then, and homeschooled, lived in the middle of nowhere. I remember my mom came bursting into my bedroom, was like, wake up, wake up, wake up, America's under attack, America's under attack. And I was flying out of bed, like, oh my God, what's happening? And you know, as same with a lot of people, we watched the towers fall on live television, and it was just a horrible thing. But what I remember very clearly is that there were a lot of people, maybe not a lot, but there were some witnesses that were a little bit excited about what had happened. Does that sound awful? It is awful. And I don't want to call out any names because, you know, they might be watching this and I don't want them to hate me. I just want to kind of help wake them up to what they're doing here, because I really want them to leave. There was one person in my life in particular that, you know, he kept clapping his hands, nudging me on the shoulder. The end is here. This is it. Persecution is upon us. America's under attack. Armageddon's finally here. And, you know, not all of the witnesses were this way. There were quite a few people that reacted, I think, appropriately. But there were some that were a little too excited for comfort about it all. And, you know, just like I wanted to grab these kids and shake them for taking cool selfies at the memorial, I feel just as disgusted with the witnesses that were excited about that then. And, you know, it's not that unusual for witnesses to react that way to a tragedy. They really like to, anytime there's a tragedy, they like to jump on it and beat that same drum that, oh, this is a sign of the times. This is a sign that Armageddon is near. You better get your crap together because it's happening. Witnesses are always just waiting for the end. That's your whole life, is waiting for Armageddon to finally come so that you can finally start living your life, so that God can wipe away this wicked system of things and you can live on paradise and finally start your life. But that's all well and good, but I don't think a lot of people realize what exactly you're wishing for here. Because 9/11 was Armageddon condensed to 2 buildings. What witnesses are wishing upon the whole world is 9/11 everywhere. They're wishing that upon their coworkers, their unbelieving family, their children's classmates, their children's teachers. I don't think that a lot of them realize what exactly they're wishing on the world. So if you're in the religion still, you're still a witness. Take a minute and, you know, let that sit in. Think about that. Is that really something that you can wish for? Calling yourself a good Christian, that you could wish for something like 9/11 to happen on a worldwide scale? Because, you know, that's what you believe in. That's what you're excited about, and that's what you're hopeful for. I don't think that's great. That was kind of a waking up moment for me when I saw those people kind of excited about 9/11. That was kind of the beginning of the end for myself. And it's been a long time since that happened, or something quite on that scale happened, at least in America. And I'm here to remind you about how messed up y'all can be sometimes. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to my vacation. That's been simmering in my brain and I couldn't keep quiet about it. Thanks for watching, and until next time.